It's 10:20. Means it's 4:20 somewhere. If you got one, spark up. All right. So a few days ago, I did Nick Nittoli Blue Anon. It was pretty good, and I have gotten a whole bunch of requests to do more Nick Nittoli. I enjoyed it, so I will do some more of those. They aren't all going to come at once, though. This one came from Christian Copper. This is Hey Teacher.
Yeah, I'm feeling wet on this one. Yeah. I was raised with nothing. My mama was up to something. My daddy was probably fucking. A product of jungle loving. A product that makes him puffy. A product of big and Pac. So when I got to school, I was always pushing and shoving. I was always fucking up in everything I could. Teacher told me I wouldn't be shit, but yo, I knew I would. Yeah, I knew I'd have this track jumping. I just
Never had a teacher tell me I would never be shit. And my dad told me plenty of times. And my mom called me a wasted mistake at 13. I guess I can relate a little bit.
always pushing and shoving. I was always fucking up in everything I could. Teacher told me I wouldn't be shit, but yo, I knew I would. Yeah, I knew I'd have this track jumping. I just knew I could. First I had to overstand these niggas till they understood. Understood? Teacher read 100 books. My lyrics on some moonshine. You know that shit 100 proof. Gradually graduated to the studio and now I'm in the booth. Just finished the hook. I don't really need to finish school. Hey teacher, we already know. Hey teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey teacher, when we going home. Hey teacher, hey teacher. Got a left brain school system that ain't meant to help the different kids that have been victims. And this is the fucking issue. While parents are on a mission to listen to every word that a failure is fucking dishing. Woo! Go and sign your petition and wonder why Billy can't find the drive to be driven. It's probably all that ADHD television. Don't ask questions, just go and hit him with a prescription. Yeah. That turns into an addiction. Now he using razor blades just to feel an affliction. Now he's rapping on the mic just cause no one would listen. Now he's on a missing list, but it's the parents that did it. It's the parents that hit it. Mixed with principals who don't have principles. Just a miserable habitual rapist. So much shit I can't take it. I'm too real, I can't fake it. This is a song for everyone who never knew I would make it. Here's a record, I break it. Here's the truth, don't escape it. If I listen to you way back when I go ape shit, I would never know the shit that I was gonna create. I would listen to some loser and just do what she say. Hey teacher, we already know. Hey teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey teacher, when we going home. Hey teacher, hey teacher, hey teacher, we already know. Hey teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey teacher, when we going home. Hey teacher, hey teacher. Now I'm not saying that every kid should just drop out of class and say fuck it and rap. But I gotta be honest, look where the fuck that I'm at. And I ain't get hit by just memorizing states on the map. And now I look back, I really think that maybe perhaps you should have taught me about the monetary system and cash instead of worrying if
That was a big one right there. You gotta hear that one more time.
honest, look where the fuck that I'm at. And I ain't get hit by just memorizing states on the map. And now I look back, I really think that maybe perhaps you should have taught me about the monetary system and cash.
Monetary system and cash. Our school system was, designed off of to have people ready for factory work. The way George Carlin put it, he wants you just smart enough to do your job and pay your taxes, but just dumb enough to not realize you're getting fucked in the ass by the big red, white, and blue dick they shoving down. That's what he's talking about right now. They don't teach us how the economic system works, how our money system works. They don't teach us that. They don't teach us real history. There's, and it's also a lot of memorize and recite. not a whole lot of actual learning. Because if you're just memorizing to recite it for the test and then you forget it a week later, you didn't actually learn nothing. You just, memorized it for the moment. And that's another thing. Uh, like, you technically, in a way, you learned it because there are ways, and I don't fully understand them. I haven't quite figured it all out yet. But, like, the way you can sit there and, like, dig into your mind, if it's been in there, it's still there. It's just we don't even understand. Well, I don't understand. I'm sure plenty of other people do, and plenty of other people don't understand how to access that information. I stumbled on this by accident, actually. I was, anybody who smokes with friends, you be having a conversation, something come up, like, distracts from the conversation for a second, and then there's the, wait, what were we talking about? I have actually, like, gotten real good, at, like, going back in my mind and recreating the conversation, like the build up from where we started to how we got there, and I'm able to, like, get the conversation go back on the track it was headed. Don't fully understand how I did it, but I mean, something like that is, how you would be able to access information that is in your brain, and you just, it's in a part that you just don't know how to access. But anyways, got a little off topic.
Instead of worrying if niggas could go run on the track, maybe teach them how some neighborhoods you need to be strapped. Maybe teach us how some neighborhoods are really a trap. Maybe teach us about addiction before we go and relapse. Maybe teach us about our body before you feed us a snack. And maybe we can learn a thing or two instead of just nap. Maybe focus on the good instead of things that we lack. Maybe teach us how to think instead of throwing us facts. Give a fuck about the past, I heard that we the future. Why the fuck I'm over here playing games on computers? I don't really understand, someone get me a tutor. Seems like someone who controlling it don't want us to do shit. That's why everybody in my class is driving an Uber. How come we were never graded on our kindness of humor? They don't really want us learning how to balance a checkbook. They don't really want you running out the lines of their textbook. No, I never use this algebra, not gonna be a chemist. And the only time I write are all the songs on my set list, bitch. Hey teacher, we already know. Hey teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey teacher, when we going home? Hey teacher, hey teacher, hey teacher, we already know. Hey teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey teacher, when we going home? Hey teacher, hey teacher.
He said a lot in that one. Yeah, and it's funny that I listen to this now. I forgot how old this was, but schools are a mess right now. You have a lot of parents. It's crazy. Depending on which state you're in, depends on how the school board is getting hit. There's some states where mask mandates are in place. You have parents, coming after the school board for that. Where there aren't mask mandates in place, you have parents coming after the school board for that. Then you have also, there's in all kinds of states. It doesn't matter if it's a red or a blue state or not. You have, parents coming after the school board over, CRT principles being applied in class. And then, well, in Virginia, where that's happening as well, you know, well now, FBI is gonna be on them because angry parents mad with their school board and their child's education. You know, they are the new domestic terrorists apparently. But and the one man who apparently is a picture they've used to sit there and say, yeah, this is why we have problems. It's a crazy story. But if you look it up, it apparently his daughter had been assaulted in the bathroom, and the school was kind of trying to like keep it under the rug because I'm not gonna get into all the details. Fuck around, get in trouble. But yeah, his daughter was sexually assaulted in a bathroom, essentially by a boy who wore skirts to school, so was allowed to use that bathroom. Which makes sense as to why the school would cover it up, because if this is something they're trying to commit to, incidents like that will, well, have parents in an uproar. But I mean, there is still an open investigation into what's going on there. But anyways, I got way off track. You know, big thing. Pay attention if you have children. Pay attention to what they're learning in school. You never know what people are teaching them. There's, in some cases, some teachers have been stupid enough to, make little viral TikTok videos that say some of the crazy nonsense they're teaching. In these cases, extremely young children. But yeah, pay attention to your kids. Know what they're learning. And do what you can to teach them yourself. If you leave, the molding of your child's mind to the state, you might not like what you get in return. Me, I never did really good with school. I was, especially once my mom moved out. Then my dad was gone to work 2 hours before I even had to get up for school. So there was nobody to make sure I went, and I rarely ever did. Me and school didn't really get along well. But yeah, that was Nick Nittoli, Hey Teacher. Requested by Christian Copper. Link to the original video will be in the description. Other than that, comment any other recommendations. Like I said, I've been to make sure they don't get lost in the notifications when they come up. I have been making a list. Making a list of the requests as they come in, so I will get to them. I do got my George Carlin audio book that I got to get back to. I'll probably hit that one in the next day or two. That'll be my next video. And then I also had someone wanting me to go down the NF journey, so I'm gonna probably do that again in the next couple of days. So bear with me. I will try to get to them. But yeah, other than that, y'all have a nice night. Thanks for watching. Stay blazing.